What's up? How's it going? Hey, what's going on? We're all gonna die one day. Every last one of us are gonna die one day. That's the most exciting thing about knowing anything about being here, is that we're all gonna die one day, and nobody realizes it. And I think that's exciting. Here, let me cast a spell. You're gonna die one day. You're gonna live a life where you don't realize that you're going to die one day, up until the point where you're actually going to die. I cast this spell on you. I cast a spell of you becoming aware of your humanity and the fact that you've created lifestyles in order to survive, and you've been afraid of your thoughts up until the age of death. The spell that I cast on you is that you're going to spend your whole entire life not really realizing that you're going to die one day, and then get to the point to where you actually see and understand what it means to be human right before you die and leave this earth. And then what's going to happen after that, or right before that, you're going to start regretting all of the choices that you made in this world. Why? Because you're going to realize that when it comes to your mind and your thoughts, that you were supposed to try to understand your thoughts and your mind. You were never supposed to copy anyone around you aimlessly and just do things around you aimlessly to the point to where you were just following other people in line in terms of the thoughts that were in your head. That's the spell that I cast on you. So you're going to die one day not realizing who and what you are. And right before you die, you're going to realize what you are and what it means to be human. And then you're going to start wanting to believe in something else besides the things that you've taught yourself to believe in. Living and being alive is the most painful thing in the world, especially when you know the true nature of the other humans around you and what they're doing, how stupid they are, how evil they are, how good they are, why they do the things that they do, how confused they are. In fact, they lie about their thoughts in terms of what's in their head, and then they create lifestyles to survive amongst each other. That's the most saddest and interesting thing about being here on this earth, to the point to where when you realize how dangerous a group of people become once it becomes like this and gets like this, you will not want to be anywhere on this earth near any other human. Realizing the truth about other humans and having to live amongst them is painful. It's extremely painful, actually. It's so painful to the point to where I don't understand why I'm still here. I wish someone could just go and erase my mind so I didn't know these things, that way I can live like the other humans on the earth. But being here and realizing the true nature of what they are, and the fact that they like to lie, cheat, and steal, when the whole idea of what it means to be human is to become one with your thoughts, understand your mind, and why you think the things that you think, and why, and not become so afraid of that, of yourself, to the point to where you do it collectively over a long period of time and then not realize that that's happening. That's sad. That's when you start seeing the true nature of what it means to be human. And seeing the true nature of humans is very scary, especially when you see what they're doing. It's like watching demons create lifestyles and live amongst each other, and then continuously repeat the things that keep happening over time in terms of the nature of who and what they are, as if it's some choice that they've made or that they're making. And that's sad. So I genuinely can't wait for everyone to realize the moment that they're supposed to die on this earth, because it's going to be the most scary and it's an exciting thing, not for them, but for other people that know that that's exactly what's happening. most funniest thing about being here on this earth? Gosh, this is so depressing. The most funniest thing about being here on this earth and living amongst the other humans, let me tell you, oh my God, is knowing for a fact that they are absolutely terrified of their thoughts in terms of their interpretation of trying to understand their thoughts and comparing it with the things around them, and seeing that they'll create lifestyles of evil just to survive amongst each other, all based on that one thing, their thoughts. And then they'll become afraid of dying. And then they connect lying and the lifestyles that they created to their fear of death, knowing that wouldn't you be afraid if you spent your whole life lying to yourself in terms of who and what you were, to where you got so afraid and felt like you don't even know who you are, to where it's like so empty, but it's right before the time that you're supposed to leave this earth? Wouldn't that scare the crap out of you? Everything, and especially when you become fully aware that, oh crap, this is the life that I chose to live, but this is the true nature of who and what we are, and I understand that even though I can't say it to anyone else because they'll think I'm crazy, or because they're not ready to understand. So they've created lifestyles out of ignorance in order to survive, to the point where they'll ignore any truth that's related to the true nature of what they are because of the fear of who and what they are as humans. I used to have these conversations with my mother, but I'm going through a lot right now. Why does it say children are not allowed? Child policy said children are not allowed. How do I change that? Children. Yes. So, okay. This is so weird. So weird. What is happening right now? I'm actually working right now. At least I'm trying to. I'm extremely I don't want to say exhausted. At what age are children allowed? Okay. Set rates, free or fixed rate. Standard. I don't want to even do this right now. This really... I'm just gonna hit the save button on this just so I can move on, because I'm getting a headache right now. That's absolutely crazy. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone right now. Come on, fix yourself, please. I was so disappointed in humanity this evening that I just didn't even pray. You know that? Because then I realized can you grab the camera for Lamar Jackson's edit? No, I don't even know what that means. Don't really care. So don't ever let nobody get you down now. Come on and get your praise on now. Shit. I wish I was living a different life. Hi. Humans are stupid. Did you know that? Humans are very stupid and good at learning things. They're good at learning things. They're good at lying. That's really, and I don't understand this. And they're good at lying to themselves, and they're good at, like, it's just really complicated to explain. Really? I just got excited for no reason. That's cool. Pillows. Oh my god. Really? Sure. I'm not sure if you're not gonna like what I'm gonna say, but before you start asking questions, pretend like you're talking to someone that knows the true nature of all humans on this earth, and then ask your question. If you ask a question without having this idea in mind, then you just be asking your question for no reason, expecting the same response that you get from other people, and that's not going to help you. So just thought I'd let you know before you start asking any questions. Because like I said, you might not like what I'm going to say. What's the difference between suicide and going and bombing a country full of people, children, and killing them all? What does it have in common? It has in common is someone dying. That's the first thing. The second thing that it has in common is that there are two groups of people who understand that we're supposed to leave this earth, that we're supposed to die one day, which is the reason why they're participating or engaged in any activities related to leaving this earth. That's the second thing that they have in common. One person understands the idea of leaving the earth by choice. Actually, no, both of them do. Both groups do. Whether or not you force someone into a situation to where they actually want to leave this earth, the one thing that those group of people have in common is that they've gotten to the point where they understand that we as humans leave this earth, whether it's them that makes the choice for the other person or whether it's the person that makes the choice for themselves. I hear your question. I'm so sorry to see that someone has died, but not really, because someone dying is a very beautiful thing, and that's how I look at it. If you look at death as a bad thing, then you're going to be afraid of dying. You're going to be afraid of other people dying. You're going to be afraid of the idea of death, period. You're going to see that anytime that death occurs, you're going to be afraid of it, whether someone takes their own life or whether someone just dies naturally. So you have to first accept the fact that we're supposed to leave this earth and that we're supposed to die one day. If someone decided to speed up that process with knowing that in mind, then I feel they had every right to do so. Making a choice to leave and exit a situation is okay, but if you're doing it and not understanding everything that I just said, then I wouldn't recommend doing that. I know it doesn't sound confusing at all. Once you truly understand something, then you have every right to do what you need to do in order to survive that situation physically, mentally, and emotionally. And if death is the choice that you have to make in order to free yourself from that situation, then that is your choice. You live in America. You're American, I'm sure, right? America has taught you a different reality of what it means to be human. America has taught you a different reality of what it means to believe in God, death. And other countries, other humans, are not taught the same thing. But what I can tell you for sure that all humans on this earth understand this one thing, no matter how far apart they are, is that one day, eventually, we all come to terms with understanding that we're supposed to die and leave this earth. It is very sad and unfortunate to have to force someone mentally, physically, or emotionally to speed up that process. However, I don't see this as a bad thing. The reason why I don't see this as a bad thing is because, like I said, death is not a bad thing. Death becomes a bad thing when you feel and when you don't understand that we're supposed to die and leave this earth. If you don't understand that we're supposed to die and leave this earth, then death is going to be extremely bad. If someone commits suicide, you're going to be like, oh my God, that's bad. If someone dies in a car accident, you're going to say, oh my God, that's bad. Yes, these events and things happening are unfortunate. These people dying and leaving this earth are unfortunate. But if you truly believed in death and life, then you have no choice but to believe in God, because God works on timing. And leaving this earth and wanting to stay on this earth and being afraid of dying and is the most selfish thing that you could do to yourself as a human. Why? Because you're going to force yourself into a world of insanity. You're going to become disconnected emotionally with the things around you. You're going to think you have emotions, but you're going to replace lifestyles with the emotions that you created in order to survive around everyone around you. So no. Making the choice to leave this earth is not a bad thing, especially under the conditions of understanding everything that I just said. So, and that's the truth. If you want me to lie to you, I can lie to you. I would want to go to the place after I leave this earth to where all of the other humans or souls who truly accepted the truth of who and what they were as humans. I want to go to the place when I die and leave this earth and be amongst the souls that truly accepted what it meant to be humans and their thoughts fully, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Because I feel like God would keep these people close to him. I feel like God would keep those close to him who accepted the true nature of who and what they were as humans, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And then, yeah, so would you want to go to? Do you think that we're not living in hell already? Do you think that this is not hell that we're living in? Do you think that the table that you're touching, the lights that are on in your house, the air that you're breathing outside, do you realize that you're living on this earth? If you don't realize that you're living on this earth, then how in the world could you realize if you were actually living in hell? You only think that you're living on this earth because someone told you that you were living on this earth. But what if in fact this were hell and you were actually living in hell? There is no way you can actually go and say that you went outside space, took a spaceship to the moon, touched the moon, came back, and was able to physically say that, yep, no, this is the earth. I am on earth. No, that never happened. You only think you're on earth because someone told you that you were on earth. So what if you're actually living in hell right now? To answer your question, I don't want to be in a place where people don't realize that it's hell. Neither should anyone else. And those who choose to live in hell accept hell, and those who choose to ignore the true nature of what and who they are going to be lost forever, and there's nothing you can do about them. They're just going to become dangerous to the point to where you're going to be tormented by these people. They're going to be almost demon. They're going to almost be like demon-like in a way. I'm supposed to be doing something else right now. What do you want? Okay, so once again, that's a selfish question. You shouldn't want to stay on this earth longer because of your physical appearance. That has nothing to do You shouldn't want to stay someplace where you know that everyone around you does not understand that they're supposed to leave one day. You shouldn't be afraid of life or death, and nor should you get to the point to where you become so unaware of what it means to be human that your fear of dying is solely relevant on your beauty and the physical things around you. It doesn't make sense. So I that's cute. Mm. That's your reality. I'm going to tell you that right now. That is your reality. I've traveled to different countries. I've lived in different countries. I've literally went to Africa. I've went to different continents, not just Africa, India, many places, right? And yes, in your reality, in your world, in terms of what you just said, that might be true here, but that's not true everywhere else. That is not the truth. The truth is what I just explained to you. The truth is that there are people who have no choice out there who are living in other places that you're unaware of, just like the fact that you're unaware that there's an actual moon and that someone told you that, and you convince yourself that it's real because of what someone told you, and you still don't realize that you're living in the reality of what was taught to you. So, to answer your question, you can't say or ask that question or comment or make that comment at all, and I understand why you did. And I'm not mad or upset. But that is only in this reality. That is only in this world, in America, right? And if I mention America, it is so hard for you to fathom anything outside of what you were taught in terms of this country in America that you don't even realize that there are people out there that are living in horrific situations, having some very horrible things done to them on a daily basis, where it's been happening for years, to where your reality is the life that was created for you, to where you don't have to experience these things and they do. So you have the choice of saying things like, oh, we're living in a hell, but just the hell that there's heaven around us. For them, they have to get beat every day. They have to get going through some really, really torturous things. And it is extremely sad. So to answer that question, once again, that is your reality. But that's not the truth about the world that we live in. If that were the truth, then all the things that were happening would not be happening, and the true nature of humans would not show itself over a long period of time, and you wouldn't be able to identify patterns, unique patterns that humans do and perform over a period of time and study them. You wouldn't be able to do all of those things, right? So your perception of what you were taught is the reason why you feel the way that you feel, but it is not the truth. The truth is everything that I just said to you. And my uncle just died as well. He died about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I think it was. No, 4. His name was Mark. Someone hit him while he was in his car on the side of the road. He was one of my favorite uncles. He was really funny. And unfortunately, God decided it was time for him to go. So although I'm sad that he is not here, there was many days and many times where I was so happy that he didn't have to suffer anymore and live amongst this world, in a world where people created lifestyles, tormented each other, and then lied, cheated, and stole from each other and made themselves think that they believed in God when they were doing and teaching themselves the exact opposite of what God was. I am happy he does not have to deal with that anymore. I'm happy he doesn't have to live in an environment where it is extremely easy to see the true nature of evil and good in people. I recently told my mother how to find all the people that were evil. And let me tell you, if you want to find out the people that are evil, you have to look for the thing that's most in common that they do, right? Now, I'm going to tell you one way that you can do this in America. Not just one way you can do this in America, but you can do this in many places. Find the one thing that people use, the symbol that humans use in their areas to show that they're really good people, to show that they are, I don't know how to say this, not bad humans, right? It could be a necklace, it could be any type of symbol, but look for the symbol, look for the thing that they do amongst each other to indirectly show each other that, hey, I'm a good person, and watch and see if those same people go back and do really, really bad things, and see if they continuously do it in there. See if you can see a pattern from this. If you can see a pattern from people wearing certain symbols or doing certain things in order to show to each other that they are good humans, where you can see a pattern of them doing really, really horrible things, then this is how you're able to go and find the humans who are actually bad humans. So in the Christian, it has nothing to do with Christianity, what I'm about to say. It has everything to do with what I just explained to you. One way you can do this in America is look for people that wear crosses. Not just America, but you can do this actually everywhere around the world now. If you look at the pattern of humans over a period of time in terms of things that they do bad things, lying, cheating, and stealing, all that, going and killing people, going and, rape, all those bad things, right? The one thing that I see that that they'll always wear is a cross. And that's the one that they have in common. That's just one example. Not all demons wear crosses. However, it is extremely common, and to the point to where it is uncanny and undeniable that you can use this as a way to pinpoint the mentality of a person, of another human, to where I can say and successfully answer the question of why do they wear this. They wear this cross to show us, it's a symbol to show that they're not bad humans, and at the same time you can utilize it to find the humans that are going to go and do bad things, that are going to go lie, cheat, and steal, because they're going to be so afraid of people seeing those bad things that they're going to want to show, do as much as they can to show people that they're not this type of human, this bad human. And this is going to be one of the symbols that they're going to utilize in order to do so. There are going to be other symbols that they're going to utilize as well in different areas of the world. However, most humans will use this symbol specifically because of the history of them learning about God and who God is, depending on the region of the earth that they are from. However, it will one day become possible to, without a doubt, utilize this as a way to determine the mentality of a large group of people without asking them any questions. All right, this is so, am I getting somewhere? Am I getting nowhere? There's only one truth. Everyone has a different reality. I agree with you 100%. But there's only one truth. Why does it keep doing this? Like, is it just me, or I feel like I'm gonna waste time doing this and get nowhere, absolutely nowhere. And it's annoying. Like, what the fuck? All the high prices. 1,300, 1,500. I'm not even on here. What the hell? do. Now I'm here because like, why? Why? It's so not fair. I'm getting ready to get off live in a second. I'm just happy to sit here and talk about the truth of who and what we are. That way, at least I know I did it and said something. Okay. Right. This is so frustrating and annoying. I'm getting nowhere very fast. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah. 1800. Like, maybe I should increase the price. I don't know what's going on right now. I said lowest price first. Okay, lowest price first. Like, who would not want to pay that? God, it's so frustrating. I'm working right now. I'm trying to figure out why we're not making any money. We gotta make more money. Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna cry. After, like, I'm just sitting here, like, banging my head against the wall, trying to figure out what in the world is going on. We don't provide that. We do have one of those. We don't have one of those. We have one of those. Like, jeez, like, what did I do to deserve, like, hell right now? Like, oh my God. I'm really trying to figure this out. Praying is getting me nowhere. Now I'm just to the point where, you know what? I'm just gonna meditate. Meditating is a form is praying. I'm praying so much, like my eyes have been popping out of my head from praying so much. Oh my God. You know how many souls are out right now just getting drunk? Because like, there's so many reasons why they're doing it, but they're all the same. And nobody realizes that. And it's just like, wow. It's like watching a bunch of rats go and destroy themselves continuously over a long period of time. God. Room details. What in the world is causing this misery? I'm trying to figure it out. Alright, let me do this, because maybe that'll work. I don't know. This is exactly what I'm getting ready to do. My foot hurts. Whatever someone focuses on is what they are attracted to. Humans. That's how humans work. They're so stupid that it's sad. So sad. Like, what the front door, man? Like, my brain is like in override right now from like wondering what's going on. Trying to look at what I'm doing and from a different perspectives to see if I get different results. Because apparently, that's what seems to work in this world. Betty Boop is amazing. Let me say 46 to this one, Bob. I just don't know what to do with myself. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in life. I don't know why everything is happening the way it's happening. I'm exhausted from using my brain, and then all of these really crazy things continuously happening. I don't really know what to do in terms of, like, it's just, life is horrible. It's not horrible, but being here is the most frustrating thing in the world. And then people living in these, like, crazy realities of, like, life. Like, oh my God. I wish I could take everyone in America and move them over to a country where everyone's dying, that way they've experienced that, and then go back and say, oh, like, and just switch everyone up, literally, turn back time a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna put this to, say, I'm gonna change you back to put you at 43. What happened if you lived in a world where you had, like, these, like, groups of people around you that forced themselves and told themselves that you were supposed to act a certain way and do certain things a certain way, and were seriously convinced of that, to the point to where you knew that that's what was happening, where it became just the scariest thing in the world, and you just knew that it was just this group of people, it was a pattern of their humanity. What, you want to just stay away from them? That would be kind of scary, Alright, so I increased the price there on purpose, just because I feel like the other prices around are kind of, so maybe that'll work. It'll be awesome if it does. Now I'm gonna go here and just start making randoms. Let's do it. I'm just gonna probably do like 3 or 4. It's just so frustrating that I even have to do this, but it's okay. Whatever's gonna make more money. Just depressing. Come on. Are you serious, right? Seriously? That is extremely overwhelmingly annoying. Really? Oh, I feel like I'm getting nowhere with my life. Like, come on. Tonight? Seriously? Wow. Wow, and wow. I know I'm not going. Yeah, no, that's right now. That's crazy. That's absolutely. Let me try to change this and see what happens. Wow. Crazy. I don't get this. What is going on? What in the world is going on? I'm getting a headache. Yeah, I'm not getting this. It's like I'm living in the fucking Twilight Zone right now. Yeah, that's not cool. I gotta go. This is